Hi, this is Chris Lavin from Xtreme Polishing Systems in Deerfield Beach, and today we have an action-packed day for anybody that's out there that's looking to do a concrete overlay. Many floors that you go out to try and polish are not polishable because they're too soft, they have lots of craters, they just won't look good, and the customer wants to have a perfect floor. So some high-end retail chains are big fans of a self-leveled concrete topping that has integral color to it, or is just plain and polished, and some like it with glass to be like that terrazzo look. So what we're going to do is we're going to go through how we make samples to help close the sales. Once you've tied down a customer to the colors that he's looking for, you make a sample, you polish it, you send it to them with normally your proposal, and they sign off on the proposal, and you get started on your job. So the big thing is that when you guys are doing a self-level concrete topping, at Xtreme Polishing Systems we offer a few different varieties of engineered cement. We offer the Rapid Set True, we offer the Mape, and we offer the Ardex. Okay, Ardex and Mape both offer a white polished concrete self-leveling topping. Okay, all of these products are going to be poured anywhere from 3/8 to 1/2 of an inch is what we like to see people pour them at. Normally some people, they go, oh well, we only want to put down a 1/4 inch because we're trying to watch the costs. At a 1/4 inch you're going to run into some problems because a lot of these floors aren't going to be as flat as you think they are, and you may wind up grinding through part of it, and if you do, you're going to wind up doing the whole floor again, which is not a pretty thing to have to do. So what we're going to talk about is, what do you do to the floor? You're going to do your floor prep. Your floor prep is going to be done with a 16 grit metal bond diamond or a shot blasting machine. And what we would like you to do is put down an epoxy. Is going to be your primer coat. You're going to put down all epoxy on the floor. You're going to beach it with sand. You're going to go and get sand and you're going to beach it to rejection. You're going to vacuum up the excess, and now you have the actual base of what you're going to be able to pour your self-leveler on top. Like I said, once you pick your self-leveler, the main thing with self-levelers is that you know exactly what the mix ratio is of water to the product. And a lot of these products are, to the ounce. Like if you're 1 ounce over, you know what I'm saying, like it's not going to turn out like it's supposed to. So make sure you really follow those instructions specifically and pay close attention to detail when you're doing this type of work. So the first thing you're going to do is you're going to when you're doing a sample, is you're going to weigh out of the bag, because these come in 50-pound bags. So you're going to weigh out normally like a 10-pound mix is what we do. We'll cut the bag into 5. We'll divide the water ratio by 5 and the powder ratio by 5. And Jimmy's got the bucket right there that he just went and put on the scale. And then what we do is we're taking our mixture of glass that we're going to use, or our mirror, or our type of mother of pearl stones, or there's a lot of different things you can put in the concrete, okay? But you're going to weigh that out proportionately. Normally when we do a sample, when we weigh out 10 pounds, that's going to make us between 2 and 3 depending upon how deep we pour it, okay? And then normally what we're doing is we're mixing up approximately 6 pounds of glass for 10 pounds of the mix. So 6 pounds of glass for 10 pounds of mix. You can go 5 pounds, you can go 4 pounds, you can go 3 pounds. It's just a matter of how much product you want in the mix. I'm going to show you some samples later that we've just done. We're going to go out, we're going to see Dr. Freddie. Dr. Freddie's out there putting some samples together on a project that we're going to be doing, where it's going to be, they had the granite aggregate shipped in from Canada, and it's going to be placed down here in South Florida into the concrete. It's in a 4,000-pound mix. And they're going to do an exposed aggregate. I've been talking to people a lot about the different grades and levels and how important it is when you do talk about polished concrete floors to somebody. If they don't have a specification written already, you really got to qualify what the expectation is of the client, okay? So the different grades of polished concrete are, there's cream polishes, there's salt and pepper polishing, where you're going to break the cream of the concrete and you're going to expose a salt and peppery look, showing the sand of the concrete. And then there's exposed aggregate, where you're going to cut down to the aggregate in the concrete, okay? And a lot of times when people use a special mixed aggregate in the concrete, they want to show that, so it really takes on a nice, unique look. a lot of people are out there on the YouTube channel right now, maybe in Canada, they may be in an area where you have granite as an aggregate. You know what I'm saying? You could be in Texas with pea gravel as an aggregate. Those are just standard aggregates. In Florida, we have limestone, and limestone to me isn't like that great to expose because to me it doesn't look that good, okay? But when I see granite aggregate or some of the nice river rocks in some of the areas that we have in the U.S., those are beautiful floors to do, exposed aggregate, polished. And when you do those, it's important that you have a good counter-rotating machine. I'm a big fan of that counter-rotating machine. Again, the Genie, the gigantic Genie, the Genie Pro, and we're coming out with more counter-rotating machines that we're going to be having in here by the end of the year. I got our first ride-on planetary polisher that's remote control that's coming in. That should be in here in June. That's called Big Money. Big Money's a 42-inch grinder. We're super excited to have the product line here, and it's going to be available for rent. I'm starting a program coming the beginning of next month when the machine comes in, to where you'll be able to call us up, give us what the square footage is of your job. We supply you with the diamonds, the machine, and the man to power the machine. So all you really need to do is just have a couple of laborers there to help with dust removal, maybe some edges if you have some edge work that's going to need to be done. But the Big Money's going to go up about 1 inch to the wall. And a lot of the big places where Big Money's going to go is going to be large industrial floors, airplane hangars, places where they have large access, because Big Money can't go through a door. It's a little bit too fat of a machine to get through a 36-inch door. It's 42 inch, so you need a double front door to go through, or you need some type of garage door to go through. So you have your cream polish, your salt and pepper polish, and you have an exposed aggregate polish, okay? And then you have levels of the concrete, okay? Some people want to have just a satin finish or a matte finish, which is where you normally stop at 200 or 400 on the resin pads. You're going to have a level 2, which is an 800, a level 3, which is 1500, and level 4, you know what I'm saying, for a high gloss shine is the 3000 grit. And then we were talking at the one school that we're doing a project at, where in the bathrooms they want to have like a discrete sheen on the floor. So like that's where you're gonna probably stop around the 200 grit. And once again, depending upon what level you're gonna go to is really gonna depend upon what type of sealer you're gonna choose. But I'll tell you right now, this Xtreme Hard 2 product that we have is an amazing product. It's the one that we're putting 7 coats down. The crystals grow on the surface. The floors are turning out much shinier than the normal standard guard products or the protectors. It's a different type of a shine. It's like a clarity of like a chandelier. So like those different types of sealers that you're going to be using, you know, if it's a specified sealer that's already in there, we stock Ameripolish, we stock Schofield, we stock the Convergent product. If you need the Proseco, you can call us up, we can get you the Proseco product. Whatever type of densifier or sealer you need, let Xtreme Polishing Systems be your stop shop for that. So what we're going to do right now is we're going to go out and we're going to see Dr. Freddie. He's going to start to do that sample of the exposed aggregate for us that we're putting together. And we're going to have Jimmy show us how we do the mixing and how we make our samples, okay? So come on and join me, all right? All right, so here we are. We're back on the slab here at Xtreme Polishing Systems, and we're going to be showing you how to mix the water to the actual engineered cement that we have here. The product that we have here is Mapei. It's called their Ultra Topping. This is an interior, exterior, and this is the gray. So we have Dr. Freddie and Dr. Jimmy out here. They're going to help demonstrate putting this all together. So here we go. We're going to put the water in first, okay? You're going to pour it into a regular 5-gallon pail. Mix that up. cements are, it's very important that you definitely do it exactly for the right amount of time, right amount of liquid. It's super, super important, okay? Otherwise, you're gonna have too many air bubbles that are gonna be in your cement, okay? And you're gonna have, different colors, you know what I'm saying? Like, so it's really important that you stay consistent. Especially when you're doing it out of buckets, okay? Or, you know, opposed to putting it out of a big pump. All right, so what we're gonna do now is we're gonna fill up our little, we have 3 little Tupperwares that we got at a dollar store, and we're gonna fill those up. We're gonna make it about a 1/2 inch, 3/8 to a 1/2 inch is what you want, okay? You really may make 2, Jimmy. You may make 3?
Yeah.
Okay, good. A little bit more there. Perfect.
Shake it so you get the bubbles out. You kind of bump it up and down so you get the bubbles out. You can start putting the mix in it.
All right, so what we have here is we have our product that we're going to be putting in the mix, okay? This product we have in our catalog. We have all the different glass, mirror, 2-side mirror, the mother of pearl. You can buy this from us by the pound, or you can buy it, you know, in 50-pound bags. When you have a large project, you're going to be buying it in 50-pound bags, okay? But what we've done right now is we've divided this all up. This is 1 pound a piece of all the product, and we're going to mix this up throughout our 3 samples of our Mapei Ultra Topping interior exterior product, okay? And we're gonna do this first one here. We're gonna do black, mother of pearl, and then the mirror. So you just broadcast it like Jimmy's doing right now. We're going to put the glass in there also. Definitely get a little bit more black in there, huh? Keep in mind, if you want that terrazzo-y look, you have to put a fair amount of product in there. A lot of it is going to sink to the bottom and may not even appear on the very top part of the surface when you start to grind.
You don't want to clump too much because then it gets... It's hard to get the holes out. Feel them. If you put too much in one area, you don't want to just drop a whole bunch in one area.
Right, evenly space it.
Space it.
Kind of like a chocolate chip cookie, right, Jimmy?
Yeah. If you put too much on it, it just creates like a crater, and then it's hard to get that, you know, fill it back in, or grind it all the way down. Like what I just did there.
Now the next one we're going to go with the green. Start putting the green in this one. We're going to go green, black, and mirror. Kind of like you're shaking the dice at the craps table. You get a 7 or an 11. And over there. When Jimmy and I get older, we're going to own a cupcake shop, and we're going to make cupcakes. And that's what our goal is for retirement, is to own a cupcake shop. So we can put the sprinkles on top of the frosting.
You know, I'm starting to believe that because you've been saying that for a long time.
Yeah, that's right. We're looking for some investors out there, though, that would like to invest in that cupcake shop with us. There we go. That's gonna be a nice one. And the last one you're gonna do just let's just do black and mirror. Okay? So this hardens in, we'll be polishing this in about 3 hours. And you can get a sample out for your customer, bubble wrap it, ship it UPS, and they can improve it for you. Here's some of the finished samples that we did yesterday. This one here is the same gray that we're doing today. This is a finished product. And we did a lighter green glass with the mirror and the mother of pearl. This one here is black and mother of pearl in a white topping from Mape. They're right down the street here. Good people, good product. This is the same white with the light green, the same mix that's in over here. And then here's just another sample because we wanted to get one to Mape so they can show that to their clients. Anyways, if you're thinking about a job and you need some samples made, feel free to give us a call down here. We're more than happy to help you out. Here's some samples now. These have already been ground one time, and then what we do to fill all the little pinholes, and when I mean pinholes, you're gonna be able to see the pinholes here in this concrete. See all those pinholes? And then another good way of looking at those pinholes is over here in this one that we're doing. All these little holes, okay? These are little capillary channels that form in the concrete, and then what we do is we fill that with our Rapid Set True, or not the True, but the Rapid Set Skim Coat, or you can go with the product that we have from Metzger McGuire called Pit Grout, which is an epoxy type fill. So those are your two choices to fill up all your grout holes and do your grout preparation. All right.
That one we're doing both sides.
Right now you've done this one on both sides. Okay. So what we're going to do is we're going to watch Freddie do some grinding and start the process. A lot of this you may not see the whole thing through because it's not that exciting to watch the whole process go through. But what we're going to do is we're going to put on the screen all the different steps that he used, starting off with the metal bond diamonds, going all the way up to the final finish, which is 3,000. Okay. So enjoy what we're going to see. Okay, and we'll talk to you in a little bit.